Hi Libra, this is Alex, and I'm here to bring you your 2021 healing messages. The reading will be broken down in 3 sections. The first set of cards will be you, any healing messages from God, angels, and universe, things you need to work on. The second row will be specific to love and relationships. And then the third row will be career and finance. And then at the end of the reading, I will perform a freestyle, which is just basically channeled messages and any information that God, angels, and universe wants you to know at that time. And I'm going to do something different for your reading because in other readings, I just kind of allowed the cards to pop out. But, well, they're popping out here as well. But I was just going to say I'm just putting them out on your reading versus going one by one like I did with previous readings. Because a lot of the times the messages that I'm given are on the table anyway, but I don't look at the cards specifically. I just start channeling, and then the cards in a lot of cases fall in alignment. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. See, but yours are popping out. So this is, to me, God, angels, and universe. Like, oh my God, thank goodness we're talking to Libra today. We have so much information for them. What I'm getting intuitively right off the bat is balance. I do kind of feel like it is mental balance for a lot of you guys. Libra is what, an air sign? So you guys are always in your heads or in your head a lot of times, and you know, you react first through thought versus like emotion or passion like the fire or water signs. So I'm just hearing right off the bat, mental balance. Okay, so when it comes to you now, Libra, your cards are just jumpy today. When it comes to you, Libra, this is third chakra, Archangel Camuel. Ooh, I love Camuel or Shamuel. He has to do with rekindling love and finding lost love and returning lost love and reconciliation, right? But because this is in your placement, I would basically say, have you lost a part of you that you are needing to return, right? Archangel Camuel, especially the third chakra, that's the solar plexus. So that to me is the question of who are you, Libra? Have you lost that? Have you lost your sense of self? You know, is it time for you to kind of rekindle this quote unquote love affair between you, yourself, and you? Okay. Action. I love this card simply because this is like the yin and yang effect. That whole opposites attract, you know, light versus darkness. You know, and again, both of those are very significant colors, right? Light energy, dark energy. They're both significant, right? But again, this card has everything to do with balance as well. And just kind of making sure that you are living on both sides of your being, whether it be masculine and feminine, whether it be mental versus emotional, whether it's psychological versus physical. I do kind of feel like, especially with this card, Libra, God, angels, and universe is saying, listen, once you figure out who you are, please go ahead and explore all of the different sides and honor all of the different sides of who you are, Libra. Oh, I love this. Second chakra, Archangel Ariel. I love this. That second chakra is, again, pleasure. What is it that you want? What is it that you desire? You know, something that intuitively I'm getting, especially with these three cards on the top, it just asks or begs the question, are you honoring you? Especially here, the last card in its placement is the door to value. It's almost like saying, do you see yourself as valuable in all situations? You know, Libras tend to be pleasers to an extent. In other words, you guys think about everybody else in a lot of cases instead of thinking about yourselves first. And that's okay, right? But it's okay if you make the list. I feel like for you, Libra, almost nine times out of 10, You don't even make the list. You do for so many people, you stretch yourself thin. Are you looking at yourself just as valuable as someone else? Someone in need, if they come to you, you're going to split your chest wide open, Libra, and you're going to help. But when it comes to you and your despair and what's angering you and what's bothering you, what's making you tired, what's making you less faithful, it's almost like, are you taking the necessary action to cater absolutely to yourself? Are you remembering that you are just as important as the kind of quote unquote people you serve? Right? I really, really do feel that message very strongly here, Libra, that you need to return yourselves to the list of help and support and love and, compassion even is what I'm getting. Not only this, but the door to value is saying to me, you also need to reward yourselves, right? You need to spend money on yourselves. I said this in a previous reading that one of the things that a lot of billionaires have in common is that they pay themselves first. They pay themselves off the top, right? As in, let me go ahead and give myself, my lunch money or ice cream money or whatever. Then I can start paying bills. I can put money in savings. I can put money into investments, so on and so forth, right? So I'm not going to beat the dead and buried horse. No offense, horsies. I'm not going to beat the dead and buried horse anymore. I just kind of feel like for you, Libra, you need to really start pouring loving energy and value into who you are, what your desires are, what it is that you want for yourself, and also at the same time return to who you are, whomever you see yourself as. Okay? Now we're talking love and relationships, right? Make the effort, pay attention to the red flags, love yourself first. Look at that. And attraction. I do kind of feel like you guys tend to attract not necessarily pleasers like you may be, Libra, but opposites attract as well. So I do kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, you attract takers, okay? Which is, again, pay attention to the red flags. The person you're attracting, are they making effort like you're making effort? Loving yourself first will bring in people who love you as well. Opposites attract. The opposite of loving yourself first is, of course, to attract someone who loves themselves, right? But loving yourself first is not negative. Loving yourself first just means, again, make sure you're making the list. I do kind of feel and hear, especially some of you saying, yep, that's the story of my life. I always attract those people who are either lesser than me or have less, who need my help, who need my support. It's almost like not necessarily codependency, but the word enabling is coming up. So it's almost like a smothering type thing, Libra, where you may see somebody as like an underdog and it's like, oh, come here, doggy. I'll take care of you. I'll love you. And you're pouring all of this into someone and you're neglecting yourself. That's the first storyline. The second thing I'm hearing as well is this person may not be an underdog, but your filter, because you're not valuing yourself, when you're looking at them, you're automatically looking at them as someone who automatically needs the help, right? So it's almost like if you feel like the underdog because you're not taking care of yourself, then you're going to attract underdogs for you to take care of. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So, God, Angels, Universe wants you to first underdog yourself, right? Take yourself out of that underdog category, pour back into yourself, value yourself, look at yourself differently, balance yourself, right? Then when it comes to your love life, that energy by default will balance out as well. Okay? Not only that, but I also kind of feel too, when you guys see the red flags, it's almost like you may make excuses for them. And I feel like somebody just had an aha moment. It's almost like when you see the red flags, it's like, oh, that's okay. That's just because he don't have anything, so he don't know how to act. No. No, right? But what I'm also getting as well is the same excuses you may be making for people in your relationship specifically are the same excuses you may be making for yourself as far as why you're not doing better by yourself or doing better for yourself. Oh, it's okay. I got everybody to take care of. I'll get to me, next week. Or I'm going to do something for myself next week. Then next week comes, and then it's the next week, and then the next week. And then you fall off the list, Libra. Okay? That has to end. Okay? Look, as I said, that has to end. I just looked at the release card. You have a lot of water here down at the bottom in your career sector, your finances and career, Libra. You have ocean, river, rain, and then autumnal equinox, right? Which to me just kind of says, here you have going with the flow. The movement card is going with the flow, and purification is, right, that cleansing, which is flow as well. The flow of things coming out of you, and then also release, right? So this kind of says to me, are you loving your job? Are you loving the career that you chose? Are you loving, is your job or occupation fulfilling you? That's what I'm getting here. It's almost like for a lot of you guys, you may feel like the hamster on the wheel, as in, just go to work, come home, do this, do that. Just go to work, come home, do this, do that, right? It's almost like you feel maybe a little numb in your life because things are so automatic, so routine. And these cards here to me, especially when it comes to love and, finances and career, these cards here says to me, it's almost like you have to find an outlet, right? For a lot of you guys, you may hate the jobs that you have. And you may be sick of your job, sick of your boss, hate your boss. But to me, this is more like saying, okay, is it time to move on to the next level? Is it time to kind of flow into the next chapter? Is it time to release this particular position or release your emotions about your job? Maybe you hate your job because you have not done your inner work. And your job, again, is just a reflection of who you are. Meaning, at work, everybody may dump on you, or at work, everybody may assign stuff to you. At work, everybody may, you may have a ton of responsibilities where everybody else in the office or other people in the office are just like chilling, right? And here with the ebb and flow, again, that to me speaks to balance. Are things balanced in career and finance? Is this, I just looked at this card and then I just saw the release and pouring out, right? Almost like Niagara Falls where the water spills over the edge and it floods somebody else. It's almost like your money, you could be releasing that and somebody could be draining you. Let me just say it that way, right? Or you're putting money and effort into something and again, here, you're not getting the return. Because if there's no value in self here, then the type of work that you do, you're not going to get recognition there. And I feel like that's something a lot of you guys are tired of. You may be tired of being passed over. Angels just said acknowledgement. Like people don't even acknowledge the great job that you do. People don't even realize that you're actually the person who may keep a process flowing. You know what I mean? And it's almost like not only do they not acknowledge it, but then they keep dumping on you. Now, the problem with that, Libra, I say to everybody, because people will say to me, oh, you make it look so easy. That's a gift and a curse. And every now and then I intentionally drop the ball. I intentionally drop the ball so people know I'm not a robot. I am human. I do make mistakes. Because if you allow them to keep relying on you, and if you come across as perfect and you do your job all the right way all the time, they're going to keep dumping things on you, saying, hey, well, Libra could do it. Libra gets it right all the time. Yes, every now and then I intentionally and purposely drop the ball. Okay? But I do kind of feel like here with career and finances, whether it's career, kind of doing somebody else's job, saving the office, saving the process, whatever it is. It's almost like You're the person at the end of the day who's keeping that moving, but it's going into a bottomless pit where people are not acknowledging that you are the one that keeps the machine working. That's one. The second thing is your money, right? Are you investing and draining money into somebody and you're not getting a return on investment? Okay. So those are the messages that I have for you, Libra. What I'm going to do now is a freestyle to see if there are any messages that are coming up that haven't already been discussed here. Angels are telling me to tell you to listen more. I don't know if you guys are the greatest listeners. Now, that doesn't mean hear, that doesn't mean acknowledge, that doesn't mean understand. Listening is it's critical listening, where you're actually listening to someone and you can hear. People will tell you and show you who they are if you just listen. So Libra, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you need to listen more, because once you actually do and get better at listening, you will be able to detect the BS way, way, way before it becomes ridiculous, right? And the angels are also telling me to tell you to see. This kind of says to me that for a lot of you guys, you could be clairvoyant, but not necessarily know or realize that you're clairvoyant. I feel like for some of you, by me saying that, it's almost like it's going to open up that side of you, that you can see things basically happen before they happen. Oh, what else, guys? Angels are saying there's much more to come. If you think that where you're currently at is the end of your road or end of your journey, that's BS. That's not the case. I feel like a lot of you guys feel like you're at your wit's end, and angels are saying, hold on, we're going to turn the chapter, we're going to turn the page. I'm hearing movement. This sounds like exercise. You know, angels are showing me you with like sneakers on, and just literally moving your feet. So for a lot of you guys, going for a walk, going out in nature may help your situation and help your cause out drastically. It may drastically help you. Somebody's mom is coming in. I don't know if this person's mom just recently passed over, or grandmother just recently passed over. She's coming across to me as this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful angel, right? Like I'm talking the angel on top of the Christmas tree angel. So I do kind of feel like for any of you who've recently lost a maternal figure, whether it's mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, she's coming through to let you know she's okay. Not only that, but she's coming through to let you know she's got her wings. I feel like for some of you, you may know what that means. And if you do, please go ahead and feel free to comment. She's telling me to tell you that she's here and she's always here. And I feel like for whomever this is, you know that. I hear if I could just touch her and smell her again. This is somebody who is really close to you that you miss dearly. And I do kind of feel like for some of you, you actually do smell her perfume, you know, her clothing. You know how grandmothers have that grandmother smell to them? I feel like for some of you, you can actually feel her presence through scents. Okay? Angels are saying take your time and be wise. And that just means we know you guys are going to weigh in balance because you're Libras, right? But be wise means compare your situation to the past. As in, am I doing the same thing I did all over again? Is what I'm getting as well. Angels are saying your time is coming. Don't fret. Your time is coming. They're saying you just have to clear away some of that old baggage from the past, and more will be revealed to you soon. The last message I have for some of you or all of you is pay attention to your dreams. I feel like some of you guys have been dreaming. I do kind of feel like God, angels, and the universe is communicating with you ridiculously through your dreams. So I know dreammoods.com is a website that you can go to for dream symbols and interpretation of symbols and dreams. For those of you who are dreaming and you don't particularly understand what they mean. Okay? All right, Libra, I hope this helps. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. If it does resonate, please feel free. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you, Libra. Bye.